YouTube, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. I know that it's been a while, but hey, guess what? We're back. Got a whole lot of content coming for you guys. So if you clicked on this video, it's probably for one of two reasons. Either the first is you actually want to hear what I have to say and you're a beginner or you're unsure of things such as reps, sets, rest, things of that nature. Or two, you might be here just to fill up the comments section with, just whatever your thoughts are, to be honest. So anyhow, guys, this video is exactly what the title says. It talks about reps, sets, and rest time. Now, I always get this question a lot from people. They'll read, one thing here, another thing here, and they're confused about the whole situation. And the best thing that I always tell them is you got to learn and understand your body. So you have to play with reps, the sets. It's just you have to figure out what works for you, because what works for you is not going to necessarily work for the next person or this person. There may be some people who it works for them and you, and that's great, but at the end of the day, not everybody is going to have the same response to the amount of volume, frequency, that sort of nature. So you just have to adjust it, and you really have to know your body in order to get the most effectiveness out of all of your workouts. All right, so when you're trying to figure out what works best for you, there's two things you guys got to keep in mind, and I'll put them right here. That's going to be what your goal is, which we're going to cover later on in this video. And number two is how much time you may have. Now, I understand that everybody has busy lives and things like that. Some people may only be able to spend 45 minutes in the gym. Others may be able to spend longer periods, like 2 hours, that sort of thing. The only thing that matters in terms of that is that you're actually in the gym going through these workouts, because it's a hell of a lot better than sitting on the couch eating bonbons, watching whatever your favorite kind of show is. So your goals, what you want to do with your body, how you want to get the most effectiveness out of your workout, and two, how much time that you're actually able to spend in the gym are the two most important factors that what is going to affect your reps, your sets, and your rest time in between those sets. Now, I just want to preface this video by saying that this is for me, what works personally. If you guys want, you can use this as a guideline, try it out on your own, see if it doesn't work for you. If it doesn't, then here's, like I said in the first part, you got to just know your body and tweak it. You could try less, you could try more frequency, heavier weights, that sort of thing. But what I'm going to talk about in this video is what I personally use, and you can use it as a staple if you want, or you can just completely scrap it. It doesn't matter, but we're going to get right into the video right now.
So for the purpose of explaining the parts in this video, we're just always going to refer back to this picture. And the first and foremost important thing that everybody has to understand is you have to figure out what your goal is when you're entering the gym, and what the fitness level that you want to be at. That is first going to determine your sets, your reps, and your rest time. And the only person who can figure that out is you. So you have to make that conscious decision first. Do you want to get stronger? Do you want to get bigger? Do you want to get stronger and bigger? Do you want to lose weight? All these types of things are very important in trying to figure out what you want to do with your workout. And it's even more important so that you will be able to maximize your efficiency and your time in the gym. So after looking at that picture, there's a lot of you guys that are probably just scratching your head and confused as to what some of those words meant, like 1RM and 80% and reps and sets, and we're about to cover that right now so there is no confusion. So starting off, a rep is the number of times you perform a specific exercise. And a set is the number of times or cycles of reps that you complete for a specific exercise. So now that we've gotten reps and sets down and understood, the next thing that we're going to look at is figuring out the weight that you should be using for whatever your goal is. And where it says 1 RM, what that stands for is 1 rep max. And that means how much weight you can lift one time for a successful rep. You often hear this, thrown around a lot, where people will say, oh, my 1 rep max is, I can bench 325 pounds once. And also you'll hear it used under the same terms as a PR or a personal record, like your personal best. So it's a very simple formula to figure out what weight you should be using. Let's say, for instance, you can deadlift 225 pounds. Now, let's say your goal is to get stronger, like the first one right here. So all you're going to do is you're going to put that percentage into a decimal, and you're going to do the basic math. It's a plug and chug type of formula, and that means that in order for you to get stronger, you have to be lifting 180 pounds on your deadlift. That means that it's 80% of that 225. I know for all the math people out there, math is my worst subject by far, so you can best believe that whenever I calculate this for me, I always have my calculator handy because it's just never been my strong point. So what this tells you is, for your goal, whichever it is, in this case get strong, get big, or get fit, you have to just plug whatever percentage into a decimal, and that will give you the correct weight that you should be using in order to reach that goal. Every single rep and every single set. So now everything's going to come full circle, where I said we're going to get back to that picture that I said in the beginning. Now we're going to look at a more kind of in-depth breakdown of what each of those means to help you guys get a better understanding of what might line up with your goal. So the first one is getting stronger. The main types of exercises and lifting styles that you're going to find with this are things such as strongman competitions, power lifters, Olympic lifters. The main focus here is quality over quantity. What I mean by that is you're going to be moving heavier weight, so more weight for less reps. You're going to have extended periods of rest, usually 3 to 5 minutes in between your sets, because the amount of weight that you're moving is going to take a higher tax or a demand on your body, so you're going to have to give your body time enough to recharge and get ready for that next set to continue going throughout the workouts, whichever your platform you may choose. So up next on the little diagram list here is going to be getting big, or putting on muscle mass and size. Usually this is the type of training style that many bodybuilders and physique competitors, both male and female, will adapt. And with this, you want to focus on the mind-muscle connection, so actually growing the muscle bodies themselves instead of just getting stronger. However, many people do utilize this with getting stronger at the same time. In terms of rest, it's going to be relatively half the rest from people who want to get stronger, because the reps are going to be more in like the 8 to 12-ish range, and you're not going to be using nearly as heavy of a weight. You're going to be still using a challenging weight though, but the weight isn't going to be so heavy to the point where you're almost hitting your 1 rep max on every single exercise. Yet again, this is what many bodybuilders, physique competitors, and as well as people who just overall like aesthetics in the gym are going to train for. And that leaves us with the very last one, which is get fit. I don't really like the wording of that, but just to eliminate confusion, we're just going to roll with it. This one is also very similar in terms of the bodybuilding one, whereas with this one, you're definitely going for high reps, hence the quality over quantity. You're doing higher reps with relatively lighter weights, not so light that It's like you're barely moving anything at all. You're definitely going to have shorter rest periods, less than a minute, and you're going to be going right back to it. Usually you'll see this with a lot of people who do circuit workouts, or high intensity training, hit training, where they're trying to just accelerate their body, gas their body by pushing through the workouts with definitely higher reps, hence volume training as well. And mainly you're going to see people, just some, even though it's not limited to like women's bikini, or people who just like aesthetics or want to look better as a whole without necessarily looking as big as mentioned in the previous one. But all three of these training styles, guys, you can combine them. Not every single one is just limited to its own things. You can definitely combine, bodybuilding with volume training, or, strength training with bodybuilding. It's all completely up to you, and you just have to see what works best for you.